Hey, Stuart here. So I'm making this video because it has occurred to me that I don't very often talk about my own book, which is really bad. It's one of the main reasons I made this channel, and for anyone who, like any new subscribers, they probably don't even realise that I am an author. They probably just think I'm a reader. So I thought I'd make a little video and talk a little bit about my book and my next book, just to get it out there that, you know, what it's about and stuff, and get it known that I am actually an author. So yeah, I'm not really quite sure what you call it, an information video, I guess. So yeah, here we go. So my book is Alphabite. It is a werewolf romance with a twist. Sorry, I've had like 2 hours sleep, and yeah. And this is like my 20th take of this, and I'm just... Anyway, so yeah. It's a werewolf romance with a twist. It's not straightforward. So, Alphabite, the title. I know, I am aware it is a very cheesy title, but, see, I'm the type of person who... I don't like writing my book until I have a title, even if that title is just a temporary title. And that's what Alphabite originally was. It was just something temporary I thought of, because, like, you know, when you save your document to your computer, you get to name it. I don't like just naming it nothing, or like my book or whatever. I like to have some form of title in there. So I just put Alphabite just for something to save it under, and I thought, right, I'll think of something more better and permanent later on. And I got to the point where, you know, I was ready to publish, and so I thought, right, I really need to get a permanent title thought of. But because of all through the months of writing it, I obviously spoke to people about it and whatnot to get opinions and everything. I refer to it as Alphabite, and it's just kind of what it became. It became Alphabite, and renaming it just, I don't know. It didn't feel right. Nothing felt right. Everything I thought of was even cheesier, or just didn't go at all. It just became Alphabite. So I know the title is very cheesy, but it fits. So yeah. Anyway, Alphabite is about 19-year-old Noah Wilson. Now, I know a lot of people will probably get confused because generally Noah is a male name and my character is female. But again, I'm the type of person that I love names that are not gender specific. And to me, Noah works as a female name as well as a male name. And to make it a female name, it makes it unusual and unique. And that's what I love in names. So I decided to call her Noah instead of a typical female name. So yeah. Anyway, so the story centers around 19-year-old Noah Wilson. She is in college. She is training to be a personal trainer. Obviously, working out, and that's important to her. She goes to the gym daily, and while there one day, her and her friend Callie meet this guy called Eric, and Noah instantly feels attracted to him. I wouldn't say love, but she definitely feels strongly for him, and she can't understand why. It confuses her and worries her, I guess, a bit, because how can she feel so strongly for someone she's just met? But they end up, you know, going on dates and stuff, and so pretty much her life is good. She's got a great best friend. She has a good relationship with her mom. She's in college. She's doing well. She's started to even have her own coaching clients. And she's got an awesome love interest, you know. Things are going pretty well for her. But then one day she gets attacked by a wolf, which turns out to be a werewolf. And he was the alpha of the pack, which is, you know, the title, Alphabite her, because he imprinted on her and he needed to make her his mate, and to do that she had to become a werewolf because werewolves cannot be involved with humans. But Noah was not happy about this. She felt like her free will was taken away from her, her life was ruined, and so she rebelled against him. She refused to love him, and this caused problems. Lots of issues. I don't want to say too much, so lots of issues and heartbreak unravels because she refuses to love someone. She thinks she should have a choice, not love someone because she's told to, and stuff like that, you know. So there's a lot of heartbreaking problems ahead because she refuses to love someone who forced her to do, like, well, first of all, he changed her. He done something really awful to her and took her free will away. So, you know, she's not happy about that. And she wasn't just going to accept that lying down. So she's fighting back and it causes problems. And I will be honest, I was kind of mean and I left it on a cliffhanger. I apologise. Not just that, I think the ending in general is pretty cruel. I won't give anything away, but yeah, I do apologise for that. It's just the way I felt was the best ending for it. I'm sorry for anyone who has read or may read it in the future. So yeah, I don't want to say too much more because it'll give too much away, to be honest. But this is the second time it's been published. I did originally publish it back in 2014 in October last year. But my fiance, this is my fiance's copy. He bought it to support me, and he bought it the first time around as well. And he was reading it. There were so many mistakes that escaped both me and my editor. I'm not sure why, but anyway, these things happen. So I decided to take it down. I mean, I could have left it up, but I thought the longer it's left up, the more people will buy, you know, and not, my brain's gone dead. If I left it up, I just felt like people would keep buying a not so great copy, and it would give me a bad name or whatever. I don't know. I just felt like taking it down was best instead of just keeping it up and then, you know, editing it, like updating the file or whatever. Anyway, so I took it down. I edited. I'm sorry, my brain's not working. I've only had 2 hours sleep. I think I've said that. I don't know if I've said that. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. I don't know which take I've said what in. Because like I said, this is like the 20th take. Anyway, I even moved, hoping it would help. I don't know why it would help. But anyway, when I was doing the editing, I actually added on like another 40 pages or something. Maybe just a little bit more, I think. Anyway, so yeah, I edited it and republished. I actually cannot remember when I republished. That's really bad. It wasn't that long ago anyway. So yeah. I have tried to keep it not so typical because I know like werewolf romances are quite a popular genre. I wouldn't say overdone, but yet it's a very popular genre. There's a lot of books out there. So I tried my best not to make it really typical and surprise people and stuff like that, you know. I mean, there are probably bits of it is quite typical because it's going to happen, but for the most part, I hope it's somewhat original and the twists in that. I've got several reviews, and one of them says that the book had her feeling everything, which is a good thing. I know there'll definitely be sad bits, and there'll definitely be I wouldn't say happy, but less sad. I don't really think there's any really happy bits. Maybe a little bit. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. But like I said, there is a twist. It's not straightforward romance because Noah refuses to be with the alpha, and yeah. I don't really know what else to say without giving too much away, so I'm gonna just say that for now, you know. It is available on most Amazon stores. I know it's definitely on Amazon UK and Amazon.com. It is available in paperback, obviously I've got it in my hand, and Kindle. It's also available on Kobo and Google Play. You just type in Alphabite by S.A. Stewart. So yeah. I'll put links below for anyone who is interested, just in case. Of course, I do urge you to buy my book. I mean, it may not be the New York Times bestseller. It may not be something that's going to be later adapted into a movie or TV show. But that's my dream accomplished. I can die happy knowing that I achieved a dream in my life, you know? Even if it's only one of my dreams, I achieved it. I also want to apologise because descriptions, they're bad for me. I'm just not good at description. I never know how to describe something greatly. And I'm always getting kids like over-describe something because I know myself from being a reader that if you over-describe stuff, it's not good either. You need a perfect balance, really. And I find it really difficult to get that balance. I either feel like I've over-described something or under-described it. So I apologise, and I know there's probably going to be other mistakes that have passed my attention, because there always are. I mean, even reading Stephen King Insomnia, I saw a couple of mistakes. So, you know, it happens. By the way, yeah. If you do happen to buy, especially if you bought a physical copy, I would completely appreciate and love it if you were to do a unboxing video. That would be so amazing. And when you read it, a review video would also be equally amazing. Even if it is negative, I don't mind. I mean, I want to hear all honest opinions, even if it is negative. I understand that it won't be some people reading. I understand that some people are really picky and it's probably, you know, not greatly written for them or whatnot. So even if it is a negative review, I would still love to hear honest opinions on it, and I'll take all opinions on board and hopefully help make me a better writer, because, you know, if you don't know what you're doing wrong, then you can't fix it. So yeah, so reviews, or even if you don't want to make a video review, please like my Facebook page or my Goodreads page or something and review it there, or even on the Amazon or whatever you bought it from, website or whatever, you know. But video reviews are awesome. I love watching video reviews of stuff, especially if it was a review of my own book. That'd be awesome. So yeah, I would truly appreciate that if you did happen to buy it and, you know, unboxing videos and review videos, or just a review in general somewhere. I would truly appreciate that. All feedback is very much appreciated and needed. Like I said, if I can't fix something, if I don't know I'm doing it wrong, or not doing it wrong, but you know what I mean, if it needs improving. So yeah, I'll quickly just talk a little bit about book 2, because this is going on a little bit longer than I planned. But for book 2, I recently deleted 2 chapters. I did have like 4 and a half, just under half chapters written, but I deleted the last 2 and a bit because reading back it just didn't sound right. It just kind of felt just something placed there, you know, just for length, if you know what I mean. And it wasn't something I could have just continued on with and went back later and fixed it, you know. It really, because if that bit was wrong, then that would have led on to something else. It would have, so I wouldn't have liked that whole thing, if you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, I just deleted the last 2.5 bit, whatever it was, chapter, and I'm having to try and figure out another way to write it. Or not write it, because what happened, I didn't want what I'd written to happen, so I'm going to have to find something else to lead up to the bit that I have in my head. I'm not very good at explaining myself, but I'm having, honestly, truthfully, having a difficult time with this for some reason. I know exactly what I want to happen, and I know different points of what, you know, like, I know I want the start to be this, and then I know by halfway through I want it to be, you know, the characters to be here, and then I know how I want it to end. So I do have my start, middle, and end. I just struggling, putting it into words. I'm just not finding the right combination of words that sound right to me, and I'm having struggle with all the in between stuff, you know, like stuff to lead up to what I've got planned. So yeah, I don't know why I'm having such a difficult time with this. But every day I've been like having brainstorming moments and sessions with myself, and I've got my screen, I've got my the story up on the screen, and I'm trying, but it's not working. So I've decided to take a little step back, just for a few days or something, because I think I'm focusing too much on it, and I'm getting myself frustrated, and that's not good. I think I'm trying too hard, so I'm just gonna take a step back, take a breather from it, for a few days, and then I'll try again. And if not, I'll just keep doing that. And one day something's gonna happen. I'm gonna see something or hear something, or I don't know. Something's gonna happen, and it's gonna trigger something in me. It's gonna get me over this block. I know it will. So it might take a little bit longer, because I know generally I don't want to wait too long. I mean, this isn't long, right? So I've still got a while, but I don't want to wait too long between each book. But at the same time, I'd rather take a little bit longer and produce something decent than rush it and just, whatever, come up with crap, basically, So yeah, it'll take as long as I take to make something that I feel is good. So yeah, that's all I can say on book 2 right now, because like I said, I'm struggling, so I don't really have much. I have the main initial plot. Like I said, I have my start, I have my middle, I have my end. I know where I want to go with it. I just struggling to get there. But I'll get there. Might take me a little while, but I'll get there. I always do. Hopefully, within the next year. I'm hoping to have it published at least by the end of the year. But if it takes longer, then it takes longer. But I'm going to try my best to have it up at some point this year. So anyway, that's 17 minutes long. So I will say thank you for watching. Until my next video, I hope you have a wonderful day or night, whatever it's where you are. Goodbye.